viewers, this is Just Fake Network TV, a home of accurate news and current news. For those who subscribe to our channel, God bless you for subscribing. We say thank you to every one of you. And if you're yet to do so, please kindly press the subscription button below. And now the news in details. I regret naming my son Buhari. People beat him every day because of his name. Man cries out. President Muhammadu Buhari is losing his huge followership among his people in the north. This is hugely connected to his poor performance, which has left many of his supporters disappointed. Before his election in 2015, you mention Buhari in any northern state, you will be showered gifts and praises. The president's popularity was unmatched. However, times have changed and it is very unsafe to be connected to President Muhammadu Buhari in any way. It is either you are beaten or harassed. One man narrated his regret for naming his son Buhari. 45-year-old Salisu Matagwa from Gombe State was forced to change his son's name from Buhari to Rabiu Kwansaso. He said the decision became necessary in order to save his son from embarrassment, humiliations, and attack by people who thought he was named after President Muhammadu Buhari, whose regime he said had become unpopular because of his poor performance and unfavorable policies. Apparently, Salisu had named his son born in 2011 after one Salisu Buhari, but people believed he was related to President Muhammadu Buhari and had always showered him gifts before 2015. However, he told Punch newspaper that things have since changed as the people are suffering. They kept calling the young boy General Buhari everywhere he went. Once they heard his name, they would shout General Buhari, thinking he was named after the president. He didn't like the boy then, even as the father, because I was not pleased with the person people thought that he was named after. I didn't show the boy adequate love. I regretted naming him Buhari because of the negative perception attached to the name. And why the people attack his son, he said they thought he is related to the president who made them suffer. Yes, many times when people saw him outside, they would start beating him. Some went to the extent of insulting him, telling him how they were suffering. And I cannot go everywhere with him. Even when he, now Rabiu, formerly Buhari, visited his maternal grandmother, it was worse. It got to a point when she called me to complain about the incessant cases of harassment my son was going through, even in her house. She pleaded with me to do something about the name. That was in 2019, and I had to promise her that on Rabiu's forthcoming birthday, I would formally change his name, which I did on January 1st, 2020. Salisu is one out many other people out there that are bearing the brunt of this present administration perceived poor performance. Wow. So viewers, what do you think about this news? Because according to what we read, we can see that the father eventually changed the name because it bears the same name as our president. You can imagine that. Why? Because the boy started having getting a huge embarrassment outside, making Nigerian citizens to remember the suffering that they are presently passing through right now. So that made him to change that name. You can imagine this. And they said that, what were you thinking naming your son after a witch worker like Buhari? Buhari is bad news. Everywhere, anywhere. Buhari is synonymous with backwardness, mediocrity, injustice. That was the comment of somebody. And they said that many didn't actually read the story of the man. The boy was born in 2011 and not when Buhari became president. And that is true if you look at it very well. They said the boy was born in 2011. How is it tally with it? The boy was born in 2011. Not when the Buhari became, probably we could actually imagine it in a way that maybe during the second tenure or whatever, during his second tenure as being the president of the state. You know, this person said you can't even thank your God that they gave you wisdom to name him Buhari. Punch and people started calling him General Buhari. There is no area boy or Agbero in Buhari's family, not to talk of his children. President Muhammadu Buhari, the President of Federal Republic of Nigeria till 2023. Either Punch and its whalers likes or not. And they say mumu on the pit of hell. Illiteracy is a very big disease. That the people president even know you? Fool, what impact will that changes of that name affect President Buhari? Your family will never be a president like President Buhari. Obviously, this person is actually saying the truth. But the thing is that we don't have to judge because we don't know the level at which the boy was experiencing that harassment. We don't know the level at which the boy was experiencing that embarrassment, the humiliation that the young boy faces outside. Because for the father to think that he wants to change the name, it shows that it has reached some level. That Nigerians started harassing the boy. So we can't even judge like why does he even change the name or why did he change or not. You know, and they said that illiterate is a bigger disease than poverty. How does your child bearing Buhari makes people call him general? You all that areas. Now that you've named him Rabidu, I hope it comes with lots of gifts and offerings against the beating. My people perish for lack of knowledge. You know, it said, why does that Northerners pretend to love General Buhari and protesting on his behalf? And you know, that is just it. Because General President Muhammadu Buhari doesn't even have a good legacy while he is still in the government. And is affecting the innocent boy that doesn't even know anything. Because he bears Buhari, he's now being humiliated. You can imagine that. It's always good for somebody to have a good foundation down. That by the time they hear your name, when you finish the tenure, people will be like, wow, this president has done a great thing. Look at what they are talking about Trump. I am not saying that Trump is a perfect one. Trump has his own negative side too. The way he talks, the way he addresses people, leaders. But come to think about what he has done in the United States of America. There are a lot of things that he did that the past leaders doesn't do. There are a lot of things. You know, and they said that this is the funniest story I have read in a long while. Thank God your son is still alive. You just wanted to kill the innocent boy by calling him by that name. I guess he would have been treated better if you named him a cow instead of Buhari. People they vex so. People they vex where. And your son is a constant reminder of their suffering. It's so unfortunate to hear that. It's only a matter of time the name Buhari will go down in the history of Nigeria like Abacha. He that gets riches or political office by the state will go down in shame and disease. That is just it. That is the truth. If you get something in a very wrong way, if you get something in a very dirty way, obviously the name will go down. But if you get that thing in a good way, obviously people will start reminding you every time, every blessed day. You will be a memory to people. And that is how life is. That is how life is. You learn your lesson, everything you do in life. Do it for God. Do it for good reasons. And they say your interests nail you people. People intimidate your boy. You gamble with your child name because of politics. So viewers, in fact, so my viewers today, do you think it's a very reasonable thing that a man changed the boy name from Buhari to Rabidu because the boy was humiliated, because the boy was harassed outside, because the boy was frustrated? Do you think it's the best thing that the man changed the boy's name? Or he would have left the name like that, just as it is? And mind you, Nigeria said it makes them remember the suffering that they were experiencing, and they are still experiencing it. So viewers today, what do you think? Your comment is very much important to us. Kindly drop your comments at the comment section below. For those who subscribe, I want to say a big thank you to every one of you. God bless you for subscribing. We really love you. We appreciate your comments at all time. Bye.